Hello, it's James. How's it going? Well, welcome back to Pokemon Go live in New York City on the streets here. I'm on my way to a quick Raikou raid followed by doing whatever I decide to do next. I'm right near to one of my favorite parks, Washington Square Park, so it's just too good an opportunity to pass up. Plus, I'm pretty sure that sooner or later we're going to see X-raids at this location. It's a perfect location, perfectly central, lots of people there. There will be X-raids there at some point soon, once they start using parks, basically. Yes, Mewtwo raids, that's right. EX raids. Still don't have my EX raid pass for tonight, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to work on the next one. I'm good, Giovanni. What's up, man? Good to see you. Navanj, how are you, man? Let's see. If you had a choice between a bat and a... Nice. Definitely the live streams tonight, for those people who did have EX raid passes, will help us to practice. Oh, nice. No school today. Good point. Same thing with my kiddos. They're on a trip with their mom, so that's why they're not out with me. And that actually is one of the reasons that I did not stream earlier today. I did a rare thing, which I almost never do, which is I slept in. It felt pretty good, actually. Greetings, Lauren. Thanks for coming on. Kristen, what is up? How are you doing? Red Panda, hello. How are you, man? Thanks for joining in. I also have a pretty serious need to do a Lucky Egg evolution. Is there any reason to wait until the weekend to use a Lucky Egg for a mass evolve? As far as I understand the new special event, I do not think so. But please let me know if I'm somehow mistaken based on your understanding of the event. Alright, I'm going to skip this raid for now. Hey JP, I'm doing well. Great to see you again. How are you today? Oh, Lauren, you do have school today because of the homeschool situation, right? Like game's glitching out. It's not allowing me to leave this screen. What's up with that? Swipe out a couple things. I'm going to restart the game. Hopefully that fixes it. Abraham Cruz, what type of help do you refer to? What are you in need of, young man or gentleman? Master Moo, what is up, man? Great to see you. Big shout out to Master Moo, fellow YouTuber, awesome dude. How are you doing today? Yes, so when you're homeschooling, it's kind of like when you're working from home. It's like you gotta do the work. And I guess according to the schedule you guys have set, you are gonna work today. Hey Master, no, I still did not get an EX raid pass. I just didn't raid in the right sponsored gym locations, I guess. Still confused about the process on how to catch a Mewtwo. Yeah, they haven't done a very good job of making it clear. I guess the best way I could explain it is that, hey, Feel Me Once, welcome, great to see you. I guess the best way I could explain it is that it's random, really. But the way that they are basing it is they choose, they update the code to create a raid at a particular gym, and then they randomly select people who have raided at that gym in the relatively recent past, although the exact time frame has not really been revealed, and they send out this invite. Well, yeah, exactly. So Abraham's question is a great example of the dilemma, which is you can raid. So I've been raiding, I've done a lot of raids at Starbucks, and they did send out invites to people who raided at Starbucks, but they haven't sent out invites to the Starbucks locations where I raided, even though those are popular gyms with lots of legendary raids. So yeah, I would keep trying Starbucks. I'm going to keep trying Starbucks. I actually did a raid at Starbucks just before this stream. I didn't stream it because it was about to end and it was a Machamp and I just needed to like quickly solo it, which I did and recorded it. So I'll upload that video later. But yeah, hey Alan. And then the other thing I'd recommend, or at least I'll tell you I'm doing this, is I still think it's smart to raid in parks, especially parks that are you know, popular, prominent locations for raids. So like this park that I'm in, is Washington Square Park. It's right in the middle of this park. This would be a great place for Niantic to create an EX raid with a large number of people being invited, because as you can see, this is a park that can handle a large crowd. In fact, there's always a large crowd in this park. And it's always a safe, spacious, open place. Oh, you're welcome. I'm happy to help. So I'm going to keep raiding here because even though it might not be... So right now, also, one thing you have to realize is that they're rolling it out slowly, which means that they're giving out the invites to a relatively small groups of people to test it out. But I'm pretty sure that once they feel like those smaller EX raids have been working, they're going to start inviting larger numbers of people to individual raids, because they have to, because there's thousands of people raiding, and eventually everyone needs to have a shot. So I believe that what's going to happen is that they're going to start to, once they figure out how this thing works and learn from it's really in beta right now. So once it gets out of beta and they start to raid, they start to try to release more passes, they're going to start using larger numbers of invitations for a single location like this one, and that's when I think we'll start to see raids in places like Central Park, this park, etc. So it may not be that I'm going to get an invitation in a couple days, but I may get an invitation for here in a week or two. I'm okay with that too. That said, I'm going to keep raiding at Sprint and Starbucks locations in New York City. Yeah, I saw a comment from a guy who said that he's done all of the Sprint locations in the city and still didn't get one. And yeah, that can be frustrating. I've done a lot of Sprint and Starbucks raids as well. I actually think this is one case where being in Manhattan specifically may be a little bit of a disadvantage, because there's so many different sponsored stops, and so it looks like people actually have a worse odds of getting an invitation in Manhattan than they have in some of the other boroughs like Queens and Brooklyn. So that'll be another thing. Try Queens and Brooklyn sponsored gyms, or anywhere else that you could get to via public transportation would be another potential strategy. Hey, World of Public Transport, how you doing? The EX raid thing are these beta, these sort of test raids where you get invited to battle against Mewtwo, but they're only they've only got out to a relatively small number of people. Big shout out to you, World of Public Transport. Yes, thanks, JB, for also answering that question. Well said, that's correct. What he said. My phone's getting a little bit wet from this fountain behind me. Maybe I'll have to move away from it. I just wanted to show you something interesting in the face cam while I made the raid. Because at a certain point, how many Raikou raids can you watch before you kind of know how they go? But yeah, I mean, for example, there's a Starbucks in my neighborhood with a gym. I raid there often. I am cautiously optimistic that I'll get an invite to that location when they actually do one at that location. But I do agree with the initial comment earlier, which is Niantic has been pretty vague about this process, possibly because they're playing it making it up as they go. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, I think they're just testing and learning, you know. What do you guys think? And Lauren, I mean, I totally feel you on that, because on some level, raiding to try to get that early pass it's expensive in terms of time and energy, and potentially the easiest thing, or the most, if you're not trying to be the very first, the best thing would be actually just to wait till it drops, because it will drop. And then I think they'll change the name to exclusive raids, maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe they'll keep it EX raid, but the point is, at that point, they'll be going out in volume. Am I near to the Williamsburg Bridge? I'm not too close to it. I mean, more than a mile away. How much time is on that guy? I'm traveling light today, so I do have the capability to do a bit of running or cycling. Hey, thanks, Chuck. Yeah, keeping it interesting by hoping for 100% IV. Thank you, man. Hey, Hutch Catchamal is in the house. How are you, man? Great to see you. Great to see you. Guys, check out Hutch Catchamal's channel if you haven't already. He's posting a lot of videos frequently. All Pokemon Go. Great personality. Check him out. Master, you did 13 raids on Starbucks. And Lucky, you did get a pass? Oh, you got a pass. That's great, dude. Congratulations. September which? September what? Did you say September 2nd? This guy's going down slower than a typical 9 group would bring him down. Oh, your messages aren't flying by. Oh, okay. Joey, you have your Mewtwo? Lucky you. I'm jealous. Where are the other trainers? I feel like a lot of the trainers have left and have not come back. And it may actually come back to haunt them, because if they're waiting for us to do the work, I'm not sure if there's enough trainers actually still in here to do the work. You know that situation where people don't come back in? How many do you see in this animation? I see 1, 2, 3 of us actually doing the work right now. Closest Starbucks is like 40 minutes. So for someone in that situation, you got to wait till they actually do roll it out to places that are not sponsored. Oh, 2 out of 3 Raikou. Congratulations. All right. If this 9-person group cannot take down Raikou, I've got to be a little bit not impressed. All right. All right. Who are the wimpy trainers around here? Not putting in the full seconds. All right. We'll do it again. It's all right. It sure looked to me like people who fainted were not coming back in that particular episode. How you doing? I'll revive some more while I get ready for the next battle. I do see a few other trainers here. Oh, tomorrow's your Mewtwo raid? Nice! Well, hopefully people will show up, absolutely. The only tricky thing I would say about live streaming those Mewtwo raids is because they're all happening at the exact same time. I know, Robert, wasn't that frustrating to watch? Because, you know, I've got a pretty good team there attacking, but after a while I just noticed that the DPS was not there, and then I looked around and noticed there were very, very few. There was no way 9 people were battling, and I know the animation is not totally reliable, but how slow the damage bar was going down. Exactly. Muffin Canes, what's up? Alright, we'll do this again, no problem. "19 minutes on the Snorlax? Oh man, I don't think I'm going to be able to get there, because I don't want to waste this pass, obviously. Okay, there's more people in here than the counter said, so I think we're fine. Rhydons will last longer than golems. Good to know. So, for example, maybe I take this guy out and drop in a Rhydon if I have time. Ran out of time, but that's okay. Okay, we got 10 now. So hopefully this 10, oh, 14, okay. So now people can be as selfish as they want and we'll still win. Everyone could just do their 1 per 6 and then hang out in the lobby like these guys apparently want to do. Yes, congrats to everyone with the EX raids. And so yeah, I was just saying that, like, I strongly encourage anyone who does have the EX raid to stream it, But the only thing I would warn you is that sometimes you won't get as many viewers as you might hope, because those raids are all happening at the exact same time. You know, even in different time zones, they're happening at the exact same time. So it's like all of a sudden, instead of there being 10 people streaming at any given time, Pokemon Go, all of a sudden there's like 25. And like 25 legit players not hacking. And then, of course, FSU has to jump on and start streaming at that time as well. And so it can be a hard time to get views, is what I'm trying to say. That said, I'll be watching my favorite streamers make the catches for sure. It's appointment viewing, isn't it? Hey, Lissa, what is up? Great to see you. Big shout out to Lissa. Guys, Lissa is also streaming frequently these days, so make sure you're subbed to her channel so you can catch those streams. She's doing a lot of raids. Master NW. Yeah, Master Moo, that's another good call, is to vlog it. And in some cases that can actually make it more interesting, because when you're vlogging you can include a lot more of the drama and the human element of the whole experience, which in some ways is more interesting than the actual raid footage. They're about the same interesting actually. But like for example, when Alan Jordan vlogged the very first raid in New York City, he didn't have a pass, but he was just the only guy actually recording what was happening, and he's talking to the other trainers, and it was great. Mewtwo tonight as well, Lissa, right? Nice. Yeah, this time I totally can. Well, that was the easy part, the win. Now let's see here. What is the maximum you can beat Raikou with? Let's see. You mean minimum or? Oh yeah, I thought so. 4 if the traders are just about, you know, if it's totally OP 4. But that would be like level 40, perfect counters, etc. I can imagine, yeah, totally. Alright, I better turn around and get myself a better thumbnail here, then we'll make this catch. Alright, let's do this. Shout out to all 28 watching, really appreciate it. So it's going to be 6:30 Pacific time? Oh, really? Interesting. Oh, so that might imply... So what time is it at East Coast? So 6 of the players are, yeah, low to medium, like a mixture, a typical mixture of people, probably. Oh, no problem about self-promo. I asked you, I invited you. But are you sure it's 6:30? I mean, I guess you're the one with the raid, so you would know, but you're sure it's actually 6:30 Pacific Standard Time? So it's 6:30 your time? So maybe I was mistaken. I think I might have misspoken earlier when I said that it was at the same time across the world. I think I'm actually wrong about that, aren't I? It's going to be the same time in each time zone. So for example, 6:30. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So you'll start at 9:30 East Coast time, and the raid will happen maybe at 10. But then in the in East Coast, I presume that we're also raiding. The East Coast raids are also at. Oh, nice, thank you. Okay, 7 p.m. is the raid time. Yeah, so actually, now that I think of it, 7 p.m. is the raid time in each time zone. So that means that each time zone, whoever's streaming in each time zone will be streaming at a different time. Yeah, so Master Moo, you're in the East Coast, you're streaming at 7 p.m. Oh, that's actually really good. So I can watch East Coast raids at 7, I can watch Central Zone raids at 8. Okay, so I misspoke earlier when I said that every single EX raid is going to be at the same time. That's good news. That is really good news. So the audience will not be quite as fragmented. All right, let's catch this guy. That's better. Thank you, Jordan, for that confirmation. So the only thing that's going to prevent me from seeing some of these is if I fall asleep early, which I sometimes do. A full day of YouTube raids. Yeah, in theory you could actually watch for 24 hours, I guess. That may be a slight simplification, but yes, definitely for many hours. If you stay up real late, you can see the Japan ones, or, well, first the Hawaii ones, then Japan. You could like stay up all night watching these things, if you really wanted to. Alright, let's see if we can... Is Peyton 18 here by any chance? The reason I ask if Peyton is here is because I'm... Eric, no, I still don't. How about you? I decided to sit down on a bench, so we'll see if we can get any more yeah footage, if you know what I mean. Alright, I've been using regular berries. I think I'll switch over to golden, because that would be a pity not to make the catch. Team Instinct has one, which is awesome. So what time Eastern time zone is yours going to be? Your stream? Haven't been able to play recently? I understand. Yeah, you know what? I might have to pineapple it. For some redemption off the last time I pineapped. Hey, Muffin Games, it's going well. Thanks for being here, man. Oh, does he look darker? Interesting. I'm gonna have to take a look, Red Panda. You're one of the more observant trainers that I know. So that may be... Alright. So yeah, you know what? After this, if it jumps... Oh, after that I was going to say if it jumps, we're going pineapple, but we didn't get that opportunity to take extra risks. Do I find Raikus often, and do people usually battle them? Yes, Silver Fox, I definitely do. Looks like I'm going to have to transfer. So what do you guys think? At some point, do you actually just have to go ahead and bite the bullet and transfer a legendary? Because otherwise your boxes are gonna, you know, your storage is gonna run out, right? Oh, can't stream because iOS, okay. Hey, Mac is on a trip with his mother, my ex-wife, his mom, and they're up in Boston for a few days, so that's why he's not able to join us. Don't transfer legendaries. Okay, I take your advice. Or I take your input. It's just that I have a lot. Thank you, Alvaro. Really appreciate the compliment. Thank you. You only kept top 2 of each. Okay, so Alyssa has a different approach. Very practical. She has kept the top 2 of each Pokemon, including the legendaries. So yes, Leo, I'm totally with you there. If I had confidence that trading would actually come out relatively soon, I would totally keep them. But how long would I have to wait? That's an interesting point too. Serious players will also already have them. It's a dilemma, honestly, for me. For me, it is a little bit of a dilemma. Alan, also a very practical approach. Only keep 1 Articuno and in the future 1 Suicide, but more of the other ones. Yeah, so I mean, I guess there are a bunch of different interesting options here. Hey, I haven't gone to the Pokemon Nintendo store, but I'm planning to. Yeah, I mean, basically part of this depends on if you feel like you can handle having limited bag space in the meantime while you wait. I'm right on that border, right, where I have enough bag space that I can save up enough for one mass evolution, but not more, which makes me vulnerable when, for example, yeah, exactly. It makes it vulnerable for me when, let's say, we get a double XP event and I've got all these Pidgey candies I want to use, but not enough Pidgeys. Team Instinct plays, you're going to vlog? Okay. Yes, I think you already said that, and I saw it, but thanks for making sure. Good, good, good. Definitely do. Alright, so let's see where we can get next. It's probably time for me to do a bit of gym takedowns. Nightshade, how do I stream on Pokemon Go? I use YouTube Gaming on Android. Yeah, I really wish Niantic would raise the cap. I mean, it just would make sense because there's so many more species at this point. Oh, you're on your second account, nice. Oops. How many Raikus do I have? Yeah, we're probably pushing 16 or so. Oh man, so so I was gonna go maybe buy myself a dosa over here at this dosa shack, which is an amazing place to get dosas. And then I saw this line. Holy cow. You're not gonna be able to believe this line, check it out. So the dosas are there. And the line. Man, this, holy cow, this line reminds me of Pokemon Go Fest. So what a dosa is I'll try to explain it well and then I might have to walk back and read the official description, but basically it's a little bit like a burrito in the sense that it's a wrap. It's like a rice crepe that is used to wrap. Oh, we got a ditto. Rice crepe that is wrapped around something tasty and usually spicy. Yeah, that guy is great, right? I just got to come on off hours so that I can actually be able to get one without standing in an amazing line. You've had it, right? Yeah, so let's see if we can at least get a peek at a dosa here. Ah, yeah, there you go. Which type of dosa is it?
It's called Jaffna lunch.
The Jaffna lunch. Oh, it's like the lunch platter, right? Oh man, that looks great.
Pancakes.
You have the pancakes, you have, is it vegetarian or?
It's completely vegetarian.
Oh, it looks awesome. Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, so maybe that's a better answer to your question, Fool Me Once. That is a dosa. Yes, only vegan, that's right. Yeah, and it's totally famous, that's why that's why it has the line, yeah. Muffins are tastier. So yeah, tell me more muffins. It seems like you definitely have a strong preference for muffins. Am I right? Tell me more where that comes from. Is it, have you always liked muffins? Was there a formative experience that impacted your relationship with muffins? Do you make muffins a lot? Can I put my camera near your food? Right, exactly. I mean, to be fair, I didn't put it in I didn't put it in his food, but I definitely barged in just for a moment into his dining experience. Hopefully with his permission, to some degree at least. Well, he is eating it in public. You know, live streaming does raise very interesting questions of privacy, because, for example, this guy is just, you know, for example, that guy that I just walked by. Hey, Jerome, a warm welcome to you. Absolutely, much deserved. Much deserved. So yeah, right, like I'm trying to catch the Sentra. I'm using AR mode to show the street. And presumably, this is a public space, and I've probably been in other people's videos without realizing it, but sometimes I do try to strike a balance between showing what's going on, but also, oh, I see, but also like not to show things gratuitously. So for example, if someone is having a hard time on the street, I really try to avoid showing that, because I feel like that's not really kind. Like I wouldn't intentionally frame a shot around an argument or a public display of affection, etc. I'm seeing so many spawns of the eggs. The eggs are all over New York City. The broken eggs. Hey, Esteban Chavez, ¿cómo estás? Raven, how are you doing? Good to see you. PTA with Vinci. Yes, it would be funny. And if I was hanging out with friends, I might take that as a prank shot just between the 3 of us, or 5 of us, or whatever friends were around. Bien, gracias. So Muffin, thank you for sharing the story. So the formative moment was when you suddenly decided, hey, what the heck? Let's go with muffins. Egg situation, thanks for checking. Slow but steady, if I recall correctly. Yes, thank you so much for checking. I really appreciate it, Coach. Official egg coach of Pokemon Go NYC and Team Stream NYC. Official Pokemon coach, Pokemon egg coach, I should say, Jerome. Yes, it's important to clear the eggs for tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for Stardust. As you know, I've become I've really been overdoing it in terms of using Stardust. I could use a top up, I could use a regain, so I'm going to definitely need to do some serious XP grinding during the event. Yes, the story behind Muffin Games. Let's include, that's definitely important information to include in the Muffin Games documentary. No shinies for me. Still. It is what it is, I guess. Okay, good. I'm finally in a neighborhood that I haven't been for a week. That's good to see. Use your free pass on soloable level 3 1000 Stardusts. Oh, you mean like if you can't use it for something else? Oh, good point. What you're talking about is the Stardust that you get from soloing the level 3. Yes, good point. If nothing else, get the solo. And the Stardust that comes with it, yeah. That makes a lot of sense, man. So it's 1 o'clock. I'll still need to eat lunch. Let's see here. We're not too far from Chinatown. Not too close either. So maybe that's what we do. We walk down to Chinatown, see what happens on the way, and then I'll take a break to eat. Hey, Jordy54, what is up, man? Good to see you. I'm just catching this whooper. Great to see you, Jordy. Oh, really? I get told off? Whenever I hear someone who's saving their Stardust, I always am very impressed. That's a lot of delayed gratification right there. Unknown in the event would be cool. I think whether unknown is in the event is unknown, but that would be a remarkable surprise if you could hatch one of those from an egg. I wouldn't rule it out. I bet Chuck would share if he could. Muffin Games, really? Good for mass evolves. Yes? Wouldn't you agree? Oh, was there an unknown in the picture? Not fond of Murkrow. Well, you know what I do like? The only thing I do like about Murkrow, you get to use up so many of your regular Pokeballs that helps balance things out. I'm sorry, I'm just teasing you. That was a borderline obnoxious joke, actually. Giovanni, welcome back. So what time does the event tomorrow start exactly? Or wait, is it tomorrow or Saturday? Tomorrow, I think, right? That's why people are planning their 7-hour straight grinding sessions. So tomorrow at what time? Oh, looks like an unknown in the trees. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look more closely. Oh, you named your first Tyranitar me. Oh, good. After me. Oh, nice. Yeah, I use that one in battle a lot, by the way. The Tyranitar that's named after you, Muffin Games. Saturday. Okay, gotcha. So Saturday would be the day to grind. Oh, not tomorrow. Oh, Muffin Games. There's a new event that was announced. You might not have heard about it, but it's It's going to be a double Stardust event, among other things, and also there's going to be 9 p.m. GMT on the 23rd. Is that correct? Double Stardust event. So grinding for Stardust, you'll be able to get double Stardust for everything that. Oh, I'm hearing something different. I'm hearing tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. I did think it was tomorrow because tomorrow is the 22nd, correct? '22nd. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. Awesome. So tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. Got it. Okay. That probably explains why Alan, if I recall correctly, was planning to do a 7-hour stream when the event starts, which I think would be great, Alan. I might join you for a little bit of it. Yeah, I might be able to actually join you for part of that. Which is great, 10 days. Yeah, that's a good solid amount of time to make use of the benefits. Yeah, roger that. Cool, well, I'm looking forward to that. Equinox. Yes, good point. And is the equinox on the 22nd this year or the 21st? It's always around the 21st, but it varies. Nice. All right, looks like we got consensus. Thank you guys all so much for confirming that. Yeah, so I'll see you guys then. I better rest my legs till then so I can grind like nothing ever happened before. See you, Muffin. Have a great day. Thanks for being on the stream, man. I should probably also do my mass evolution before then, so that I can free up space. So the equinox is on the 22nd this year. Nice. All right. Looks like I might need to use up some items. What do I like in Chinatown? Oh, almost everything. But I guess my favorites are some of the really awesome spicy food that you can get at certain restaurants, like Malaysian food, Indonesian food. There's some really good Vietnamese and Thai restaurants, and the prices are just amazingly low and when you consider the quality. Also, another thing I like about Chinatown is the produce. Because in Chinese culture, people tend to shop every day for fresh produce. So as a result, there's a lot of turnover in the shops in Chinatown for fresh produce. And it also means that Chinese, there's a very interesting investigation into why Chinatown markets have food that's very cheap but also good quality. And what they discovered is that Chinese, the buyers, the business people who buy the produce, as well as the fish actually, and all the other sort of fresh food in Chinatown, when they buy it, they're willing to buy stuff that is ripe and like good to be eaten that day or the next couple of days, but not necessarily going to last forever like you might find in a normal supermarket, which if you think about it means they're willing to buy food that needs to be sold because it's going to be delicious for the next 2 days, but then it will spoil. So you'll tend to find really, really ripe, really delicious, high quality produce at very low prices because of that phenomenon. So like oranges, it is the place to buy oranges. My kids can always tell the difference when the orange came from Chinatown because it's like really juicy and ripe. But also if I don't give it to them within about 3 days, it starts to not taste good. Hey Abdel, what is up? Welcome Abdel to the stream. We're on our way to Chinatown right now. We're walking through Soho. Yes, similar to South America, exactly. So it's a culture of like, you buy what you want to eat today, which means that it's like a different type of market than, let's say, a supermarket, like a typical American supermarket in the United States would have food that you once or twice a week, so it needs to last longer. In the event, guys included in the event, except for one thing. The one XP, there is one place where there's more XP, which is XP. Let's say you get your first better, great. I'm happy to hear it. Nice. Yes, I think we're shifting back to better. Yeah, that was a bad block right there. Actually, I could see my bars going up too on the phone, so I think it was just that situation that happens sometimes. Oh, hey, how's it going, Raismar? Welcome back. Dr. Otaku, hey, what is up, bro? Good to see you. I did a Raiko raid earlier in Washington Square Park, right near where we were raiding on Sunday. That was earlier. Now I'm on my way to get some Malaysian food in Chinatown. Still good? Nice. Okay, I see it. Cool. Excellent stream health. Always good to see. Definitely my favorite situation. Oops. Oh yes, and the Machamp solo, I did that. What I actually did, Raismar, just to update you, is I didn't stream our next oh yeah, I remember play. Great to see you. How's your day, man? Oh, bad stream quality. Really? Definitely find me this weekend, yeah. Definitely find me this weekend. I have a feeling that the stream is really, really lagging because of the number of viewer count that I'm seeing down there. It always dips when the quality is low. Probably doesn't count people watching as a viewer if you can't actually see or hear.
You have to hold something.
Oh, it's better now? Nice, okay. And now maybe worse again. Maybe I'll turn off AR mode after on the next catch here. Frog Bark, hey, thanks for the like, brother. Really appreciate that. Good point about the refreshing. Yes, that definitely helps. When it comes back, that helps you get it back. Hey, Lissa. So feel free to make me a mod, that's for sure. Not like 100% sure that I'll be awake at 10 because I have a very early schedule, but then again, I slept in today. So I would say 80% I can. But you might want to have a backup just in case I totally run out of energy. 9:30 p.m. Eastern. I think I can handle that, yeah. Yeah. So just make sure there's at least one other person who's definitely going to be there. But yes, definitely. I would love to. Oh, excellent stream health. It's been a little while since we had excellent stream health. Nice. I like that better. Yes, it is going to be busy nights for mods, so it's actually a really good call, Lissa, to make a particular arrangement. Going to be an exciting night. Raven, yes, I do think I'll be raiding tomorrow. Probably in the afternoon. I'll probably wait until the... what I'm thinking is I owe a visit to my mother. Maybe I'll go visit her in Rockland County outside the city during the morning, come back in the afternoon, and do some raiding then. I need to go help my mom. Definitely closer to 38, that's for sure. Getting there. Less than 200,000 XP. Let's see how things are looking at the Chinatown gyms here. Event starts at 4, right? Oh, cool. I might even be able to drop off a defender here or someone else. Yeah, I would definitely go to say hi to Mom tomorrow as she needs to see me or wants to see me and also needs some help with some things. Thanks everyone for watching. So I'm about 10 minutes away from the Malaysian restaurant. So I'm going to keep streaming until we get there. Oh, got the egg hatching, nice. 4 p.m. tomorrow, exactly. So probably I'll stream sometime after 4 p.m. tomorrow, a little bit later than usual. Oh, and I can drop something off maybe. Actually, it looks like this may be, yeah, probably Saturday is even a better bet for streaming. Oh, of course, that's why I can't drop it off, because of the attack. But I can show you some amazing fish. Yeah, good luck to Lissa and all the other trainers who have a shot at Mewtwo. How exciting is that? Yes, fish markets definitely were bigger back in the 90s, yeah. That's the case here as well. I mean, South Street Seaport used to be, well actually no, not South Street Seaport, but near to South Street Seaport, there used to be this whole fish market called Fulton Fish Market, and that is closed actually because, you know, it's just not as big a business these days. Or the way in which fish is sold. I mean, obviously people eat fish, but the way in which it's sold, the way the business works has changed a lot. All right, making my way through the crowd here. Big shout out to all 23 people watching. Thanks for joining me in this Poke Walk this morning. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean when I say amazing oranges. $1 each. $5 for 5. Like, delicious sweet produce. Not messing around. Uh-oh, bag's full again, eh? All right. They taste pretty good. No, he's just kidding. They're real. Well, that's a fair point. There are definitely a lot of preservatives in certain foods in Chinatown and certain ethnic foods. I don't think there's preservatives in the oranges, although there could certainly be. They're probably not organic, right? I wouldn't overdo it on the prepared noodles, though. I've done some research into how certain rice noodles are prepared, and there probably are some ingredients in those that you don't necessarily want to have too much of. Hey, Emmanuel, and hello, Snuck4. How's it going? Good to see you again. How's it going? Good. I've gotten some good exercise, hatched an egg, done a Raikou raid. Earlier, before the stream, I also soloed a Machamp again and recorded it, so I'll have to upload that. Yes, we are in Chinatown, it's true. Excellent stream health, but a little bit of in-game lag, it looks like. Swipe out the camera. Hopefully that helps a little bit. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm about to take the stream down so I can eat some Malaysian food. But before I go, just wanted to thank you guys for being here. If for some reason you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing so that you'll get notifications when I go live again, which will be soon. Probably it will be tomorrow when the event drops. It's also possible, but not certain, that I'll be live streaming again later. In any case, make sure to subscribe and you'll get a notification when I go live. Also, if you have not hit the like button, please hit the like button now while you still can. It really helps the channel and makes me feel positive. Yes, doctor, I think I'm going to stream tomorrow afternoon, not in the morning. I'll rest up and go visit my mother in the morning, and then in the afternoon I think I will. Lantern? But the Malaysian food's right around the corner, man. I can't turn around for anything. It's like a magnet pulling me towards it. I'll catch this. Jerome, thank you so much. Thank you, really appreciate it, man. That's where